to this YouTube video. This is way better lighting. Anyways, I did have to move the camera, that's why I said that. Anyways, we're gonna be doing a cooking video. I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm gonna do it now because it's fun and it's interesting. So today, this is a cooking video. I'm going to be making egg fried rice. The original recipe for this is chicken fried rice, and I got it off of Pinterest. I'll put a link to my Pinterest board for recipes, and you can find it in the savory section. So this is originally for chicken fried rice, but I don't have any chicken right now, so I'm just gonna use eggs. The original recipe had eggs, but this is gonna have more eggs than usual. So this isn't vegan, but it's technically a vegetarian option. I'm using different vegetables than they use, so there are a couple things that have changed in this. I'm also going to be showing you how I make my non-alcoholic frozen lemonade drink, which I think you guys are gonna enjoy. So first things first, I'm using white rice, and I have it boiling on the stove right now. I used a 1/4 cup of rice. Now, here's what I need y'all to know. Also, look at my earrings. Rice cooks differently than most things. If you want a cup of rice, you don't have to measure out a whole cup of rice, okay? A cup of rice is after it's already been cooked, okay? Shut up, that's the dog. I'll let him outside. I'll keep the door open. Anyway, this recipe is gonna be a little bit different, but we'll enjoy it. So my white rice, it's cooking right now. When it says a whole cup of rice, you do not need to put a whole cup of dry rice in there. That's after it's cooked, it's a cup of rice, okay? You just need to put in a 1/4 cup, and that is a serving for one person. So it's boiling on the stove right now. It takes about 20 minutes to cook. It's been cooking for 10 minutes. So now we're gonna get some other stuff prepared. I'm going to get a small pot and start boiling some water. So I have a small pot of water boiling over there. It's gonna start boiling for my broccoli. What I like to do when I'm putting broccoli in fried rice is to cook it before I fry it so that it's soft. So I have a whole broccoli head right here. I'm gonna rip off some pieces and cut them up into smaller ones. I'm gonna use, I can't really film it because I don't have a cool like tripod thing. So I'm just gonna take each piece, rip it off, and then cut off the excess stalks that I don't need. These are gonna be really small pieces because I don't really need big pieces of broccoli, especially when you're frying it. You don't need as big of pieces. You want them to be bite-sized. So I'm just gonna cut that off. Okay, get another one of these. This one's a little bit bigger so I can get more pieces out of it. Just gonna rip them off as I go. Cut this one off and then cut it in half. So let me put this in a bowl, see if it's enough. So this is how much broccoli we have for one person. I'm gonna do one more stalk of broccoli, a little bit bigger one. Do one more. I can't stop. I really like broccoli. It's my favorite vegetable. I love cooking it. It tastes delicious. It has so many vitamins and nutrients in it. So there's all my broccoli. I gotta wait until my water boils and I'll put that in there. So while that's waiting, I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna beat some eggs. So until the broccoli is like soft and cooked, I'm not gonna cook any more vegetables. But vegetables, we are gonna be using frozen peas and frozen sweet corn. We're gonna put those on a pan with some cooking spray, and we'll add some garlic into that and a little bit of salt and pepper and stir it around. And then we'll add the eggs. So this broccoli can't really be in here, so we're gonna take it out for a minute because we're gonna beat the eggs in here so we can just pick this up. So I have the eggs right here. I'm using organic, regular brown eggs. And we're going to use 2 of these. If you're making this, if you're doing chicken fried rice, you only need 1 egg. But since I'm doing egg fried rice, I'm gonna be doing 2 eggs. So I'm just gonna crack, put 1 in, and then crack another one. Boop. So here we have our 2 eggs. And I'm gonna beat this with a whisk for a little bit so it's combined. I like mixing it before I put it in there, that way it doesn't end up like I want it to look like scrambled eggs when it's mixed in there, which you can just put an egg in there and see what happens, but it might not cook the way you want to. It might burn more easily. So that's why I recommend beating it before so it's well combined. We'll put this in after the vegetables have been cooking for a little bit. You don't want the vegetables to go completely brown, and you don't want them too crunchy, especially your broccoli. If you like your broccoli crunchy, then go ahead and do that. So you add the eggs after the vegetables, and you stir that around so it becomes, you know, into pieces of egg. It cooks, and then you mix it all together. And then you'll add your white rice. Well, you'll add a little bit of butter, white rice, and then I'm gonna be using 2 sauces. I'm gonna be using soy sauce and teriyaki sauce. I'm gonna do a couple of soy sauce and a couple of teriyaki. I'm gonna leave that on the stove to cook for a little bit. I'll film all that process in a bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean up some things that I don't need right now. I don't need any of these. Well, actually, I need the I need the 3rd cup for my frozen vegetables. I need the teaspoons for the garlic. Okay. I'm gonna check my rice, see how it is. Okay, it's got 5 more minutes left. The water over here is still only slightly simmering. It's not fully boiled yet. I might only use one of these. I like both. Teriyaki has a little bit more flavor. Soy sauce is a little bit more salty, but this was actually the less sodium kind. You know that by the green label on it. So I'm gonna use soy sauce instead of teriyaki because the original recipe uses soy sauce. I have made this for my boyfriend before, but he's one of those people that drenches his food in sauces. So he wanted more soy sauce and wanted me to keep adding and adding soy sauce. I'm not a big fan of adding a bunch of sauces. I prefer seasonings like salt. I just put a bunch of salt on my food. I'm not gonna make the drink until after I have everything combined. Okay, the water's boiling, so we're gonna add our broccoli. I'm gonna keep that water on high so the broccoli can cook quite fast. I'm not gonna add my peas and sweet corn yet. I'm gonna wait until that broccoli's cooked a little bit more. How I'm gonna test as it's soft is I'm gonna stab it with a knife. I'm gonna move the camera over there in a bit so you can see my process. So I'll throw away these eggshells and I'll show you everything in a bit. Woohoo! This is the brother.
She just slapped me. I can't slap her back.
No, stop it. Anyway, have you ever tried my egg fried rice recipe? Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm making it with broccoli, and the rice is boiling right now. I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit longer than 20 minutes, because the thing is with rice, when you're cooking rice, you don't want all the water to be absorbed, because that becomes really mushy, and that becomes gruel. But you want like most of the water to be absorbed. So this is, I think it's good. Do you think that rice is good? It looks a little bit scummy. Do you think this, can you have an opinion? Look at the rice. Do you think it looks good?
That looks disgusting.
Just have an honest opinion. That's not bad.
It does. It looks weird.
Why?
I don't know why. Well, okay. I know you probably, yeah. It looks like rice water normally, but at the same time, it just looks like weird porridge.
Well, so, like rice pudding. Well, do you know what gruel is?
Yeah, so stuff they feed you in prison.
Well, it's just rice that's been overly cooked, so they just made it into something. It's a fact. So I'm gonna turn the heat off this and drain it.
$80 million, Donald Trump's head. That could get you views. Talk about World War III.
I don't. Okay, so now we're gonna start cooking our vegetables. So we're gonna turn off.
George Lopez
right
is a great man.
That's true. Also, Danny DeVito as well.
No, I'm just saying George Lopez is a great man because he said he would do it for half.
True.
Thank you.
So
I know it can be clarified as hate speech or against the First Amendment, but no one gives a shit. Oh, this is YouTube. I can't cuss.
I mean, you can. My videos don't get monetized or demonetized.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't have enough subscribers.
Hi,
Okay, so we're gonna put cookie spread in our pan, and then we're gonna get our peas and sweet corn, which are frozen. Stop it! Okay, why do you have such a big coat on? It's not even that cold. Okay, so we got frozen peas and sweet corn, and we're gonna measure out 1/3 cup of each. Sometimes I just eyeball it, but today I'm gonna actually measure it out. So yeah, that's 1/3 cup. Just gonna put that in the pan. Do you think that's enough? I think that's enough.
I don't care.
I'll put a little bit more. Yeah, he's not eating this. He just got home from school because school started back.
Because it tastes like vomit.
No, it doesn't. You said you liked it.
That's when I was on ecstasy.
No, you weren't. Anyway,
Methamphetamine.
there's sweet corn. Now we got the peas. These are the only vegetables I eat, and that's a fact.
It's not very true because you're cooking broccoli at the same time.
Peas, broccoli, and sweet corn are the. Is sweet corn a vegetable?
Are you stupid?
No, because my Cameron, my boyfriend, he looked it up, and it said that corn on the cob is a vegetable, but the actual corn is a grain. It doesn't count. There we
I'm
go.
gonna go upstairs and do a backflip.
Okay, we got peas and sweet corn cooking away. We're gonna put this on lower heat so it doesn't burn. So we'll put it on like 4.5. So let's check this broccoli is good. Yeah, that seems right. So I'll put the rice in a bowl. The bowl I'm gonna serve it in so that I can drain this broccoli out. So I'll put the rice in this bowl right here. Drain this broccoli. This pot over here with the other one. Oop, almost dropped something. Draining this broccoli completely out. So now we're gonna add our garlic to this, which I like a lot of garlic, so I'm gonna do a full teaspoon. I'm a big fan of garlic. It's one of my favorite flavors. I did get garlic dry rubbed wings at a restaurant, and I did not like them. It was at East Coast Wings. I don't know why I didn't like it. I should have tried the Polynesian wings. Honestly, I love Polynesian sauce. That's my favorite sauce from Chick-fil-A. It's one of my favorite sauces of all time. Let me just add some more garlic in there. I shouldn't be using this kind of apparatus. I should be using an actual spatula, which I will in a minute. So that's our garlic in there. Since I turned on the heat, it's not going to cook as fast, but it's still going to cook. I just wanted to turn down the heat so nothing will burn. So we're going to get this spatula, move it around. We'll put the eggs in once all the vegetables are frozen. So that'll be a couple of minutes, just letting all that garlic mix into there, letting the garlic cook as well. In the original recipe, they used onions and carrots. I don't like onions and I don't like carrots. I really don't like onions. I never have. I think it's weird. Every time I get like fried rice for a restaurant, I try to pick away the onions. So here's how it looks right now. So we're letting that cook for a little bit longer. I do have a lid for this. I wish I did, but I don't. Add some salt while it's cooking. Pepper, you're supposed to add this to chicken, but I'll add to this for fun of it. So it's cooking, it's starting to heat up. Okay, move it like this, move it around. Oop. Well, that was something. The garlic seems to have migrated all the way to the sides of the pan, so that sucks. I'm a very messy cook, as you can see. I'm not very good at controlling things. I am quite messy. So all the vegetables seem to be like not frozen anymore. So what you do is you shift it all to one side like this, and then you add the eggs. Which we're gonna do right now. Make sure they're beaten up all the way. There we go, they're not thick. Put the whisk over here. We'll do the dishes in a minute. Add the egg. Now this egg cooks very fast, okay? It's something that cooks quite fast. So you want to make sure you have it moving around immediately so that it doesn't burn. Since the heat's not completely up, we don't have to worry as much. I'm going to grab some butter for the rice. Here we go. We're just going to use regular old butter instead of stick butter. Just going to use some regular old spreading butter. I turned the heat down too much. I think I'm going to turn it up to a 7. I'm not going to turn it up to 11. Was that a Spinal Tap reference? I don't know. Or was that another reference? I know it was a Doctor Who reference. I'll add that clip.
You need to turn this up to 11.
That'll be more for my kind of fans as a Doctor Who joke. Okay. This egg seems to be cooking quite well. It's supposed to resemble like scrambled eggs eventually, and then it'll start cooking. So you can incorporate all the vegetables into it, because that'll be like something that connects them all together, so that you don't lose any. So they're all connected in the egg. So the egg can stick to the pan, which is why you put non-stick cooking spray on it, so it won't be as messy. Here we go. There we go. That seems good. Okay. The egg's cooking away. It's starting to take more shape. Okay. Put it all in the middle of the pan. And then we're going to add a little bit of butter. Not too much, just, enough. We'll put 1 teaspoon of butter. Okay, 1 teaspoon of butter in the middle. Boop. This butter's quite hard. Just gonna use my finger. Scoop it out. Boop. Sorry, that was disgusting. Put this butter away. Then we'll let that butter melt a little bit before we add the rice. So let's move this around so it's all stuck because of the egg, okay? Yep, it's sticking to the pan. That's what the egg does, which is why you need to make sure the egg doesn't cook too fast, which is why you keep it on low heat, because the egg can cook and get too hard and then stick to the bottom of the pan. This isn't the best angle, but it's what you get. But the final product looks really good. It's really delicious. So now we'll add, oop, that was hot. Oop. We're going to add our white rice, which is fully cooked. It's still warm. We'll just dump that in there. And then we'll add our soy sauce. You put the soy sauce on top of the rice, okay? You don't need to put it anywhere else because you're going to mix it up anyway. My boyfriend, he doesn't always like mix it all together. He wants the vegetables on top of the rice, which I understand that. So a little bit of soy sauce, not too much. And then you'll just incorporate it all together and let it cook for a little bit so that the rice gets that fried kind of brown look. Because you don't want it to be like stark white. That's why you add the sauce, is to make it like flavored, because rice doesn't really have a flavor unless you add something to it. Rice is very bland unless you add flavor. That's just a fact. So this is all incorporated. You're gonna like cook for a little bit on the stove. Oh, is that some egg? There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Put all this stuff over here. Once we're done, we're gonna put it on the plate, and then we'll put that plate in the microwave. We're not gonna turn the microwave on, just so you know. Keep it warm for a little bit, and I'll show you how to make my favorites, my non-alcoholic frozen lemonade drink. It's really delicious. I'm gonna show you how to make that. So let's mix this up a little bit more. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce and salt and pepper to give it more flavor. So we'll add a little bit of soy sauce all the way around. There we go. And then some salt and some pepper. I'm not a big fan of pepper, so I don't like adding a lot to it. And then we'll just mix it up. You can add too much soy sauce. You can have too much flavoring. To white people, it's too much flavoring. That was a joke against my own race, so I'm allowed to make it. Woo! Let that mix up. I think it's close to almost completely cooked. The egg hasn't burnt yet, so once the egg starts getting more dark, then you know you need to take it out of the pan. Everything's incorporated all together. You can get a piece of everything in there. So I think it's ready from what I can tell. So we're gonna put it on the plate, serve it up. Sorry, you can't see this. I'll show you the finished product after we're done. We're gonna make our frozen lemonade drink, and then I'll show you everything at the end. Okay. Now, we have a lot of mess and dishes to do, so I'll get that done as well. Scrape all the excess off the spatula. I'm gonna turn this off, leave the frying pan on here to cool down, because you can't cook it straight away. Here we go. Put this in the microwave to keep it warm. We're not gonna heat it up, and I'll show you how to make my frozen lemonade drink. Woo! Hello. Okay. Gonna move this over real quick. Okay. So here's what you do. You get a blender, and you get a can of lemonade. Okay. Actually, we're gonna do the ice first. So you take whatever cup you're serving it in. This is a Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas cup I got for my birthday. And I like crushed ice. So I'm gonna fill this cup with crushed ice and put it in a blender. Wow, would you look at that? Put that in there. If it's not enough ice, I'll add some more. Can of lemonade. Regular old can. I use Minute Maid lemonade because it's the one my dad gets. And it's the light lemonade. And then you get any sort of cane sugar or any sort of sugar, but not powdered sugar, just sugar you usually bake with. And take 2 spoonfuls, however big of a spoon you want. And then, this is where the fun comes in. This is non-alcoholic, there's no alcohol. This does not have alcohol in it. It is just sweet and sour mix that you put in a margarita that makes it the flavor. It has no alcohol in it. It's just the flavoring. So I'm gonna put a splash of this in here. Not much, just, you know, give it a little bit of extra sweetness. And then I'm gonna add some extra ice. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, like half a cup. Okay. I'm gonna put this in here. And then my blender is a little bit different. Lid on top. And then you take this, put it on top this way. It's a Ninja blender. I don't know if you've ever heard those. You plug it in and then you
Pussy, 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 pussy.
It's like a margarita with no alcohol. So when I stop blending it is when I can feel no ice cubes in it. So I think that's fully blended. Take the lid off, take off this piece so it can be cleaned in a bit. Most of stuff can go in the dishwasher. And then I just pour it in. Woo. If it's a little bit too thick, you can use a spoon and scoop it out. There we go. There's still some left over. So we're gonna drink some of this. And I care about the environment, so I've got a metal fucking straw. Here's what I love about it. It's sweet, but it's like a slushy. So you get that, you know, it's thick. It's not like lemonade. This is a little bit more thin, has a little bit more liquid, but it's still delicious, dude. I just gave you 2 recipes in one video. I'm very excited. And now we have a pièce de résistance. We shall get a fork. And we shall try it without putting any more flavoring on it. Just try it. It's still hot. It's still steaming. You see steam? Oh, that's hot. Okay. I'm so proud of myself. It's really good, y'all. Like, honestly, make the things I cook in my videos because I'm really good at it. Okay? This is kind of like a recipe I came up with myself. I used guidelines for a Pinterest recipe. But like, the way I do it is like, it's my kind of stuff. It's got my kind of vegetables, my kind of flavor in. There's no chicken in it. So this is technically vegetarian. It's not vegan because it has eggs. You can use an egg substitute. The egg is mainly just like a binding agent that like makes sure that it stays all together. That's essentially, and it also adds a little bit more protein and makes it a little bit healthier. If you don't want to use egg, you can use an egg substitute to like make sure it binds together, because if you don't, it's just gonna like, it's not gonna be the same. But yeah, it's really good. I'd add a little bit more salt because I'm not bitch. And that's it. That's all I do. But I'm really proud. I just gave y'all 2 recipes in one video, a drink and a meal. Go treat yourself. Because I know some of y'all don't be eating enough. So I'm finally giving you a recipe that you can eat and get nutrients from, because it's got a bunch of vegetables. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe for more cooking videos. I'm really into this shit. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Subscribe for more cooking videos. Comment what recipes I should do next, if I should do more baking videos or cooking videos. I do have a Pinterest board full of recipes that I'd love to try. Hit the notification bell for a new video every Saturday/Sunday. Thank you for watching my latest videos. And follow the social media links in the description below. Instagram, Pinterest, so you can get this recipe. Snapchat, because like you can. Tumblr, follow my Twitter, because I make some really cool tweets on there, because I did some shit recently. I said some tea that I posted. I like replied to a tweet and made all tea. But like, you know, follow my social media. TikTok, bitch. I don't post on there that often, but I post on there enough. They're mainly about my boyfriend, but you know, if it's too thick, just like use a spoon. Okay? It fucking slaps. It fucking slaps. Okay, I'll see you guys with a new video soon. Bye-bye.